friends, and welcome back to Grandma Sims. Today we're back in Tiny Town. It's my little corner of whimsy and imagination. These builds aren't meant to follow along, they're just for fun and inspire your own ideas. Alright, today's a good day. We are going to work on the flower bunny. I had some difficulty with this one. I don't know if well, I'm sure you're watching all the other NPCs going into Tiny Town, and you may have noticed that at one point in time there was probably a big white and glass greenhouse looking thing that I was going to do for the flower bunny. I completely changed my mind and decided to go with this very cute and cozy little flower house for the flower bunny. And I'm much happier with this than I would have been with a greenhouse. The greenhouse ended up over at Patchy's barn, so this turned out absolutely adorable. I'm actually thinking about separating this little house, this little flower house, from Tiny Town and using it in one of my other playthroughs with my Sims, because it's just so cute for the Sims. So I did go overboard with the flowers. I finally got to use, what is that one pack? Pastel something pack. I think this might have been the second or third. I don't know. I don't get to use that pack much. It's a kit actually. And I buy all the kits just because I like to have them to build with, but I can't say that that's one of my favorites. So when I do get to use it, I'm absolutely thrilled to use it. So this is pretty much an open floor plan on the inside of the house. Went with a green modern kitchen. I'm always trying to hide that division in the wallpaper, so I think using the upper cabinets, the division between the wallpaper and the white walls, actually did work out okay this time. I wish there was a better way we could do that. You know, otherwise you have to do the whole wall. So, but I thought this was okay. So the flower bunny, unlike the other NPCs who've been around in our game, the flower bunny is new to us, sort of new. Flower bunny came out when Seasons came out in The Sims 4. So this is where I'm deciding I needed more separation for that wall. But anyway, the flower bunny doesn't really have their own holiday. You kind of have to make a holiday to have the flower bunny come. The flower bunny's kind of, I don't want to say useless, but I'm going to say useless. Other than dropping flower packs all over the place. Well, see, this is me changing colors. I change my mind a lot. Just go with it. I knew there was going to be green, so that I knew. But that poor flower bunny, they're not really associated with much. I know one of the things they are associated with is the eggs, the collectible eggs, and you can fight the flower bunny and get some of those eggs. So I guess I kind of always I always think of them as him or her, because they can be either, as the Easter bunny, because I associate them with the eggs. So, but flower bunny it is. This cute pink couch. I hope I keep it pink. I had such a wonderful time building this, but we have so many lively colors, and I really wanted to use all of them for this house. So the flower bunny, I believe, if you've been following along, the flower bunny should be number 5 of the NPCs going in Tiny Town. And that leaves two more somewhat exciting ones. We are looking yet at Father Christmas and Grimm. Those will be our last 2 NPCs moving in. And then we're going to do a community center for them. Really wanted to use that rug. I'm not sure if I keep that one. Definitely kept those lights because those are amazing. I use those same lights in the businesses and hobbies when I made the cupcake cafe. I use those lights because I absolutely love them. I did not keep. This is more stuff from that pack, from it's pastel something. Wow, I don't know what it's. This pack, you can kind of see it on this, all the stuff on the screen here. Pastel Pop. See, showed it to me right there. So this is a lot of that stuff from that pack kit, and I thought that worked out really well. Like I said, I was thinking Easter Bunny, but I think it works out well for Flower Bunny also. Change these out again. A lot of stuff. There's just so much stuff I wanted to use in this build. So when I think I've settled on something, I changed it. See, then I changed the table too. So this one is going to be a surprise in the end, what it turns out to be, because I keep changing my mind. I do know that I kept the chairs all different colors because I thought that was so totally adorable. And I love the colors with these chairs. All this pastel. Ugh. I should definitely be building in these colors more often. I don't know why I don't, actually. Well, because I always say, oh, that's my favorite, but I have so many favorites. I love ranch builds, and we're going to be working on one of those soon. And I love family homes. We're going to be working on that. I guess everything is I don't know. Maybe it's just that the Sims are my favorites. I think there's a couple things that aren't. Let's see. We'll come back to that. I'll let you know what isn't my favorites. I think the list is very small of what isn't my favorites. Going to put in a very cute little bathroom. I matched the blue in the bathroom here with the blue in the bedroom, but I also mixed in, you know, some of these other pastel colors, the yellows and the pinks and the greens, because they're all so pretty. I love this shower divider that we got in this sleek bathroom. And even though this isn't a sleek bathroom per se using those items, I still feel like that divider can go in almost every bathroom. So it's a very useful item that I'm finding myself using more and more. I just think using the kits is for me, it's one of my favorite things. This mirror, sorry, I'm gonna move the microphone back over here again because Reggie pushed it out of the way. I think he wanted to play. This mirror is also one of those things that I have used in kids' bathrooms a few times. But I never seem to find the right place for it. It's definitely not an adult, or what I would consider an adult mirror. This one with a little face on it is so adorable too. We really, really, really need to get better curtains. You know, I was just thinking actually last night, because I am planning another build, and I was thinking we don't have a valance, which I think this is trying to pass itself off as a valance. But what I'm talking about is, like in my kitchen, I have a valance on top of the window, and then in the middle of the window there's a curtain hanging down to the bottom, so there's like this separation. We don't have that in The Sims. I think this little thing with the really ugly flowers is supposed to be trying to pass as a valance. It's not. I just want you to know that. That is not a valance. That's not how that works. But if you have any grandmas and you've been to their house, they probably have what I'm talking about, where they have the valance over the top of the window and then a smaller curtain at the bottom of the window. You'll know it if you see it. That is for sure. But curtains, I would like to provide some insight. I think we need better curtain selections in The Sims. We just do. I know other people want different things in The Sims. You know, everybody was screaming for round walls, and we got round walls, and now everybody hates them and nobody plays with them, but we have them in the game. So sorry to all those people who were screaming for round walls. I think that kind of was a mistake. But I think a better selection of curtains, in my opinion only, I think that would be a good choice. So I'm going to stick with that. So, of course, we're using the flower boxes, and we're putting the flower boxes around the house. Now, like I said, the flower bunny here is number 5. We have 2 more to go, and the community center. So technically 3 more videos. So hit that subscribe button, and definitely hit the like button. It really helps the algorithm know that you're enjoying Tiny Town with the NPCs, and it lets me know that you're enjoying Tiny Town too, and we can do some more of these, which would be totally fun and awesome. I actually really like doing these tiny houses where everything is so cozy and just so easy and playable, easy to get around. You don't have to move your mouse very far to get your Sims to move around inside the homes, these tiny homes. I just love that kind of play. I'm not really go upstairs, go downstairs, go in the basement, blah. I kind of like to play. I do play with upstairs and downstairs, but I have to tell you, I like to play on one floor, and I definitely love to play in these tiny houses. I think they're the best, and I love to make them too. So being able to make 7 of them on this lot, this was a dream come true. Yeah, see, I told you I was going to get rid of that. I tried. Do have to say I tried. I really like these curtains. Nope, I think we're going to go the other way. And I love this. I do love this bed. And I'm going to try and use it more. Maybe more in a kid's room. I don't normally give the kids these double beds, but maybe a teenage girl would like a room like this. with all the colors. I'm not saying that a teenage boy wouldn't also, but I do like to decorate for girls. That's just me. You know, I have a granddaughter, and I would love to decorate a really pretty bedroom for her like this. I think she would like that. And she's not quite a teenager yet, because she's just turning 12. But she will be a teenager soon. I don't know how that happened. I mean, I know it happened. I was here, but I don't know how that happened. If there's any other grandmothers out there watching, I think you'll understand what I'm very undelicately trying to say. I put this big fluffy rug in here. I just love the thought of putting your feet in this big fluffy rug and digging your toes in. I think that would be awesome. With the other NPCs, I have had them on the lot. I have played with them. I don't really see the flower bunny doing much. Kind of a loner. Doesn't really interact with the other NPCs unless you cue it up. Not really social kind of bunny, which is weird considering. But I do know that the flower bunny didn't get a lot of love when it came to EA giving us this flower bunny. They just didn't get a whole lot of love. You can make friends with the flower bunny. You can even romance the flower bunny, and they come with a little bit of furniture. I don't think they come with any simoleons. I'm not sure. If they do, it's probably not much. But you know, they don't have their own holiday. Their traits are all over the place, completely randomized. You never know what you're going to get with the flower bunny. And the same with their aspiration, completely randomized, all over the place. So I can see why a lot of people won't add them to their household, just because it would almost be impossible to know what you're even getting. You know, it's not like with Father Winter, you know you're getting some money with him, and you know that his babies are going to have his mystical powers and things like that, but you don't get any of that with the flower bunny, which is kind of sad. I'm guilty. I can't say that I put the flower bunny on my calendar unless I'm very, very selfish and want those flower seeds. And that's about the only reason that I would. So, unfortunately, very unloved character, but I'm hoping that by giving the flower bunny this very, very adorable house, that, you know, giving the flower bunny some love and attention that they deserve. That's my hope, anyway. Nice little barbecue, outside sitting area. I was really hoping when I go in and do some more playing that, you know, maybe the flower bunny would have a party here or something. But when I did, the flower bunny was sitting here all alone on the benches, and nobody was visiting. So again, really just kind of sad. So maybe someday I'll make a whole thing for the flower bunny and give them a whole life, because they are, you know, they're like everybody else. It's a playable sim, and you once you put them in a household, you know, you can change their look and do all the things you can with any other regular sim. I don't know if they can get... I don't see why they wouldn't be able to get married. I would think they would be able to. Maybe that would help. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm waxing all poetic because I feel kind of sorry for the flower bunny. So, of course, on the outside, in the yard, we are going to have so many flowers. Here I am just making a little path around, putting this little fence around all the paths and the back patio. And then I'm going to start filling everything in with flowers. Lots and lots and lots of flowers. This was the one place where you could you can just go crazy. Just put as many flowers in as you want. So remember, here at Grandma Sims, keep it creative, keep it cozy, and I'll see you for the next build.